Hi, everybody. It's Linda here, and today I am with one of my students who wants to share her experience she has been having in my coaching program. And she will talk a little bit about how she was able to really reprogram her mindset as well as improve her routine and habits, and how she was finally able to crush her fitness and health goals. And we are currently actually in week 8 of 12, so we haven't even finished. We have a full month to go, but she's been amazing and she has enough progress to show off for. So now I'm glad that you're here. Let me introduce you to Freya. How are you doing today?
Hello, I'm good. It's good to be here.
Awesome. So let me quickly sum up what happened before. You followed me and you reached out to me asking about plant-based diet because you have been on I think on a camp with yoga, meditation. You have to dig into this a little bit deeper. And obviously you were eating a lot of vegetarian foods and you became more mindful. And, you thought about me. So we had a little chat. And in this first week, you were pretty much able to directly go plant-based, I believe, or eliminate most of the processed foods as well. And then we also worked on your life vision and some deeper fears that you had that acted as, let's say, blocks, and we removed them. And all of this happened while we also increased your workout activity in the gym. And just after 4 weeks, you were able to see some body fat melting away. So that's been amazing. And I'm going to ask you 7 questions along this interview. And I just want you to be open and share whatever you feel ready to share with everyone watching this. And my first question would be, what was the problem that you had prior joining my program?
My problem that I thought was my problem, I thought that my biggest problem was that I didn't have much knowledge about being vegan and having a plant-based diet. I've been carnivore up until I was 23. And then, as you said, I went on a meditation retreat where we only ate vegetarian foods. And I noticed on the trip that I had way more energy levels and just in general felt better. So I wanted to look a bit more into it. And I just had no idea where to start. So that's kind of why I reached out to you in the first place. And you were able to solve those issues within literally the first week. And I've been on your grocery list that you provide me with and meal plans ever since. And it's been easy peasy. And on top of that, you've taught me that there was heaps more that I realized afterwards that I needed to work on, not just my diet, and it's been helpful in a million ways.
Yes.
More than one.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing this. I always have the approach that people are not just a body. So, we humans, we have a mind, we have emotions, we have things that we're going through and have been going through. So it's really important for me as well, even if I do nutrition and fitness, to also work on a lot more. So you said that your initial problem was for you to not knowing how to transition to a plant-based diet, and you solved it within the first week. Was there any other problem that you faced, or was it the only one?
Yeah, a lot of it was not just diet, but mindset as well, which is what you helped me with massively. And I thought going into it that I was like pretty level-headed and pretty good at like sticking to my own protocol, but I realized that there was a lot of work I had to do, and you just helped me to stay on a plan and kind of stay on top of things every week. And I feel like my disorganizational skills were quite poor in hindsight before joining your course, and just in general I feel a lot more organized and on top of things, and that wasn't just because of diet. That was you constantly checking in on me weekly and making sure that I'm sticking to our goals that we'd set out to do.
Mm-hmm. The only thing that still comes to my mind is that you were regularly drinking as well. If you want to bring this up, I mean, if you want to talk about it.
Yes. So I can't believe that kind of just went over my head just then. So yeah, before I joined your course, I was an alcoholic and I would struggle with drinking habits, and it had been on my bucket list to stop drinking for a long time. And this year I really, really, really wanted to commit to stop drinking altogether, and it just seemed almost impossible. I knew that I wanted to do it, but I was slowly easing off, but it just wasn't enough to completely stop. And then, yeah, with the help of you pushing me, you were able to turn around my mindset. And now I've been sober for 3 months around then, which is a pretty big deal, going from alcoholic to
Absolutely.
sobriety. And now I'm so happy being sober and I will never look back. As well as alcohol, I also abused marijuana a little bit, and it's the exact same thing. I wanted to ease off that, and that's been achievable as well. And I just can't believe how quickly I got out of it. We've only been in this course for 2 months, and I was having those addiction problems a lot longer than that, and now I'm completely free. So it like blows my mind.
Awesome.
So
That makes me so happy. Like, I'm so happy for you that you were able to flip, like, kind of like flick the mindset, because it's really just a switch that emotional stress and organization and all this really drives us to find those addictions and distract us from the real life, if that makes sense. Using it as self-medication for a quick fix. And I think the long-term gratification model that we've been talking about so much is really something that you're aiming for now. So yeah, congratulations on this success. This is huge. So the next question would be, why did you choose to join my program specifically over any of the other programs that are out there? Because obviously there are tons of coaches online, and everyone has their different program. Why me?
Yeah, so I think there's a lot of coaches out there that do dietitian and fitness, but what stood out to you is that you do mindset as well. And for me, that has been the most helpful thing to get out of all of my bad habits and set myself off to being on the right track. I was even seeing a psychologist before I saw you, and I no longer see him, just because I found you to be useful, and so useful that I didn't need him anymore. And your advice is just always so professional and encouraging and supportive. And I just felt like I was in such good care with you. Yeah, you're like a million things in one, not just the dietitian. And I would recommend you so highly. You just have to go to Linda and see for yourself. Like, you're amazing. And yeah, I think your mindset really sets you apart from other coaches as well, because that's something like you would spend heaps of money for if you were to do that separately, like I was doing with a psychologist, but with you I didn't need to anymore.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm definitely a coach that doesn't tolerate just everything. I give that tough love that other coaches might not give, just for the sake of pleasing other people, telling them what they want to hear because they got paid for it. I think I invested in myself as well a lot, and my coaches just constantly helped me to stop feeding my brain with BS because they literally ask me, okay, what is the problem and why is this problem BS, or what is the excuse and why is the excuse BS? So I constantly get reminded of these things, and so do I want to bring this into my coaching program as well, because most of our blocks, and mostly if we don't achieve certain results, come from the mindset and from self-sabotaging ourselves, not realizing how much we bullshit ourselves. So I think that's been really good, and it's a good approach. For some people it works, other people don't appreciate it, but that's honestly that's why I do the qualification process. So I only choose the ones that I think that can really work with me one-on-one. Awesome.
I know that about you as well, that you actually set the example. Like, you don't just coach us and tell us to do all these things. You've already had the coaching done yourself and you're already doing all the things. So that made it way easier because you've already been in our shoes. So
yeah,
it
definitely
makes it more achievable knowing that you've done everything that we're trying to achieve.
Yeah, a coach without a coach doesn't work for me. Every single coach also has to work on their own progress. I'm very dedicated when it comes to the gym and my nutrition. So I'm always leading by example. I would say I can say that confidently because I know I do. And me investing in myself and coaching also tells me that I can ask this from other people to do for themselves, because this is the best I've ever spent my money, except for traveling the world, which I absolutely love. But traveling and coaching is probably the only two things that I really drop a lot of money. So yeah. Was there anything in particular about my program that really helped you, and why was it so effective? Is there a specific resource, or was it a specific lesson that we did together? Is there anything that you have in mind that was super effective?
I really liked that we did coaching calls once a week, because every single week we set goals, and if I felt like I didn't do them, I'd be letting you down and myself down as well. But having you hold me accountable, like, I remember there was one week that I was falling so behind and I wanted to postpone it to 2 weeks so I had more time to put it off. And you said something like, no, we're doing it this week, otherwise it's not going to get done. And you were so right in saying that if something's important to you, you will make time for it. There's no, something you kind of implemented in my mind is there's no such thing as not having enough time to do something. If you really want something, you just need to be committed. So saying you don't have enough time is like saying you're not committed enough. So I like that you kind of got me out of this mindset where initially I was quite, I won't say lazy, but I wouldn't prioritize my goals, or I didn't know how to with implementing it into my everyday life. So towards the end of it, specifically these last 3 weeks, I felt really on top of everything, just because I've had you there every week talking me through everything and how I can achieve what I want to achieve. And yeah, now I will happily see you every week because I no longer put things off.
Yeah.
And I've definitely got you to thank for that, for constantly pushing me through that. Yeah, just need, yeah, you're just the push that I needed.
Awesome. Yes. So yesterday night, I have to tell everybody because it was so funny. It cracked me up. I was already laying in bed and I got a video of her. Um, a video of her holding the camera like, I am so tired, but I'm gonna go to the gym. And then you send it off. And then she made another video with her dancing of like with you know screaming around, the gym is so much fun. And then I got this selfie from the gym, just 20 minutes later or so, because what we do, not all of my clients, but many of my clients, they send me a selfie after their workouts. And then I know the workout was done, and it's not on me going back to them every single day and telling them, how was it? What did you do? No, it's about the accountability. As long as I know my clients show up for what we set goals for, I am happy. And them or you to send me a picture when things get done, it's also another step into, you know, deeper accountability, because that's not just you telling me every single or every 7 days, hey, I've done my stuff, but this is you every single day showing up and telling me, hey, this is my workout today, this is my workout tomorrow. So I really love that. Awesome.
Yeah, and again, that was you training me to have a better mindset about everything. If I start telling myself that I'm too tired to go to the gym, I've got you in the back of my mind with the things that you've taught me, saying that is a limiting belief. What do you want more? What do you want long term? And that is to have a fit, healthy body and mind, and the gym's going to help me get there. So instead of going, I'm tired in the gym in this moment, you have to like make a new belief and tell yourself that you're not tired, even if you are, and just make yourself go, because you'll feel so much better afterwards. And then sure enough, today I woke up feeling way better going last night, and even more awake than
Absolutely.
I did. If I would have skipped the gym, I probably would have woken up more tired today. So yeah.
So I really think that our work on your life vision was a big lesson as well, because I provide something for my students that is specifically tailored to figure out what you want in years from now. So we've done a little bit of work of who you want to become, who you want to be, how you want to look like. And then this is so important, because from this point, you can obviously reverse engineer to where you are right now, and which are the necessary steps to take to get there. Because if we lose track of our life vision in the long term, then we just, as human beings, it's normal to always go for the quick fix and immediate gratification. But if we know who we want to become in the future, and we kind of reinforce this question as soon as we hit this little bit of resistance, then that's where growth really happens. And this is what my main mission is, because this works for everything in life, right? Like you could be wishing for $1 million and do the same method with that as well, because you just reverse engineer and see, wait, am I right now, and how do I make the money to get there? So I think that's really powerful. And I think ever since we did this lesson with you, you were able to really think long term. Okay, so as a result of implementing the program, everything that I've given you, we've already spoken about it a little bit, but what was the exact outcome? Like from like right now, what's the outcome that is so special to you, like for yourself? What happened? Which changes did you see in your body and your mind? I mean, we already targeted, but maybe body and nutrition.
Yeah, oh my gosh, so much. I could probably write a full page, to be honest. But a massive one is my energy levels are way higher. Before our course, I was so upset all the time, just from constant fatigue, and just through changing my diet and having a healthier lifestyle, I don't struggle with that too much anymore. I have better sleep, and I used to struggle with insomnia as well. And again, I think that's to do with everything you teaching me about routine, healthier mindset, so I'm not up overthinking. And then, of course, that's to do with my fitness and diet routine as well. My skin is clearer. One of my goals was to cut fat and be more toned, which I definitely am, and you can include the after pics, the before and after pics. And just, I know I've said this already, but mindset is so important, and I'm just so extremely grateful that I've had this course with you, because I know that we only have 1 month left. And for the first month, I felt like, oh my God, I need Linda so much. And whereas now, when you let me go in 1 month, I know that I'm going to be okay to stay on track and continue kicking goals and reaching my full potential, because I've had you teach me all the tools that I've needed. And it really is about having a focused mind
Mm-hmm.
and not letting your thoughts sway you sometimes, which you've definitely helped me um, tackle how to keep them under control and stay motivated.
Mm-hmm.
There's probably way more, but that's like the general gist of it.
Yeah, I love that. That's good. That's great. Especially, yeah, I love that most most of my clients always say the biggest part was really the mindset, but also seeing these little changes in the body happening. I have the approach that, we do it sustainably, we do it slow, because especially when someone wants to lose weight or gaining muscle takes time. Like, how long have I been working out in my life to achieve what I have now? Like, I'm not selling pure muscle mass in 3 months. That's not my approach. Like, I help people to get their initial nutrition and fitness routine right and set up. So if you follow it in the long term, which you should, because it's a change of lifestyle and a sustainable lifestyle, then you will get there. So I definitely can see changes in your body too. And I really love this outcome, when it comes to your addictions and your mindset, because if this wouldn't have happened, then I would be worried to let you go, because this is exactly where the things happen that keep you accountable in the long term. So that's
Yeah.
awesome.
One thing
Yeah.
that just came to mind that I think I should add as well, because I think a lot of people, if they're a carnivore, will relate to this, is that switching to veganism or vegetarianism seems impossible if you've been a meat eater for so long.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I was really worried about that. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna miss meat so much. But for me personally, the benefits that I've reaped outweigh all of my past of eating meat, and I don't even miss it at all. I thought I would. I'm such a big foodie. I love food so much. I thought I was going to miss the taste and everything. Linda provides you so many meals and like yummy and healthy options that I literally, hand on heart, do not miss the taste of meat. And I'm still a foodie and I still love food. And it seems like the hardest thing ever, but I just recommend that you just give it a go. At least try it for 2 weeks and see how you go. And I guarantee it won't
Mm-hmm.
be as hard as you think. But that's definitely one thing as well. I'm so happy that I'm so comfortable just eating vegetarian now, and it doesn't seem so
Mm-hmm.
daunting in the end of the world, because it's really
Yeah.
not once you have the knowledge and skills.
Absolutely. Yes. And our body and taste buds, as well as, the smell and everything, will adjust as soon as we eliminate certain things in our life. Um, they will not be as tasty or, you know, smell as good as before. So I've realized this, because if I, um, if I go to the kitchen and someone would make some scrambled eggs, I cannot stand the smell. Whereas I used to love the smell of scrambled eggs. It's just my body is not surrounded by this anymore. I don't take in the sulfur from eggs anymore. So it's, that's just how
Yeah,
our body adjusts.
I didn't tell you this, Linda, but about maybe 3 weeks or 4 weeks into our course, I ordered a salad and it came with chicken, and I didn't realize it had chicken in it. And I was like, oh, okay, maybe just this once. I'm like, I deserve this. I've been vegetarian or whatever for a month. So I tried it, and exactly what you just said, I was like turned off and like no longer enjoyed it or wanted to eat it, which was massive for me because that was only 1 month into our course, and before that chicken was like my main main source of protein, and I
That's
would
so
have it
funny.
2 times a week.
Yeah,
So there you
that's so you. Maybe just once. I love it.
go. Literally.
Oh yeah. Okay. So the next question would be, I mean, oh wow, we have covered so many things already, but how has your life changed since achieving this specific outcome goal? Maybe you can talk a little bit about your sleep routine, because I know that's a major thing. You mentioned you're sober now, so how did these outcomes as well as the shape of your body really changed your life?
Oh my God, so much so. I just feel so much better about myself mentally and physically. I just generally have way more confidence. Like love going out of the house day to day. Whereas before I would, be quite anxious. And I think that was a lot to do with,
Mm-hmm.
being kind of addicted to drinking and sort of relying on it to be out of the house. And then I would always deal with the repercussions, and I would sleep in till the afternoon a lot of the days of my week, trying to deal through the hangovers. Now I never get hangovers. I'm always up much earlier than I was before, and I get so much done during my day. And I think I was quite an anxious person before because I was always sleeping through hangovers and recovering. And my body was kind of like trying to restore itself from all the toxins I was putting in it. Whereas now I'm so lively and productive and confident every day because I feel like I don't need any substances to rely on. I just have myself, and I've realized that that is enough, and I am enough, and I don't need any of that. So yeah, it's just crazy. It's and just sleeping as well. Um, I fall asleep relatively fast. I have a good routine. Um, Even if I go to bed at like different times at night, I still figure a way to um, make it work. You've taught
Mm-hmm.
me a few tips because it's hard to be perfect and consistent all the time.
Yeah, we are
Um,
human beings. We
exactly.
all have, yeah, like definitely night routine and morning routines are should be holy. It's sometimes just really hard to do it, but if we stick to it 80% of the times, we are a lot more productive throughout our life than if we wouldn't do it at all. So I definitely think you've done a great job with also limiting the screen time at night. And
Yes, I was about to add that as well.
yes,
The
that was a huge thing. That's a huge thing for everybody out there, honestly. Like it's so hard to just turn off the laptops and the mobile phones and also just actually turn them off, which is why I recommended you to buy an alarm.
alarm clock. That's what I was about to mention, which was such a baby, seems like a minuscule thing, but was so effective. So you told me to buy an alarm clock and put my phone in the other room
Mm-hmm.
and wake up to my alarm clock in the morning. And that has been so helpful for me because I didn't realize how much when I was not able to sleep that I'd reach for my phone and just start scrolling until I'd get more tired, which is so silly in hindsight. But
Yeah,
I didn't realize I was doing it so often. And just when you have your phone in the same room, it's so easy if something pops up in your mind to just quickly check
yeah,
before bedtime.
we know
And
it all.
like, if you have something on your mind and it can wait till tomorrow, you need to prioritize sleep because it's going to set you right for the next day. And so often I would just be spending way too much screen time at night, and then I'd be complaining about being tired the whole of the next day. And it was just like a vicious daily cycle. So that was such a minor thing that you told me to do, which has been like one of the biggest impacts for me. Yeah.
I'm also just really impressed right now the way you just speak and with the confidence that you speak about things, because I should make some interviews before we even get started to just see the comparison of how people are showing up and, you know, their confidence levels, because wow, like the way you speak about things and the way that's almost like you now are ready to give advice to somebody else.
Yeah.
So that's really powerful. So where do you think you would be right now if you didn't take the action and join my coaching program? Because I'm going to be honest, there isn't financial investment to make, and there is also time that people think they might need to sacrifice. I know that once I asked you about this, you mentioned that you thought there needs to be a lot more time that goes into this than what's actually happening, because obviously we are eliminating things that are not as necessary than we think they are, and then replace them with something useful. So we kind of like balance time management as well. But where do you think you would be right now if you didn't take the action because of you know, you not believing in yourself, or not having the time, or not having the money?
Yeah. I think I'd be in relatively the same spot that I was 4 months ago, to be honest. I've been working on self-development for a couple years, but I've been going at quite a slow rate, and I've come a long way from where I was 2 years ago. But there was just little things that were just stopping me in my tracks to be my full potential. And when you only have yourself, you just go, yeah, a lot slower, and you just let little things slide. Whereas yes, it was a lot of money, but for me, it was completely worth it, because I feel like you speed it up. The direction I was going in 2 months, which probably would have taken me another 2 years, I'd say, to get where I am now.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Uh,
so in comparison, because I've been talking about this with you in the very start when you wanted to join, we said you already mentioned that I am a million things in one. So what did you mean by this?
oh my gosh. You are, I don't want to swear, you are effing amazing. You have so much knowledge about fitness, mindset, and diet. I can ask you anything, and your response time is quite quick, and you're always so knowledgeable, and you're such a busy woman, but you'll still do anything for your clients, and you're so supportive, and the perfect amount of empathetic and understanding what you're going through, but also holding you accountable and telling you if you need to lift your game. And yeah, as I said before, you set by examples. So it's been massive for me talking to you, because you're who I aspire to be like. So you're like showing me proof of all the things that you've done to get to where you are now, and it's just making me so much more motivated to do all the same things.
Mm-hmm.
I could go on and on and on, but yeah, I call you a life coach because that is what you are. You're not just a coach with a whistle that's like, yeah, do 5 push-ups. You're like, you need this and 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 this, and they're all so many different things, but they're all related. And there's just so many things that I didn't know that was so helpful for personal growth and fitness and diet that you've just taught me along the way. And
Awesome. Wow, that's good feedback. It's a
I'm like,
lot.
I feel
Yeah.
like that's not enough. I feel like I could keep going, but
Yeah,
I'm just
so
starting.
what I basically want to say for everyone watching out there, you know, coaching, if you go and get a coach, obviously there might be some coaches that are very specific to something you need that is very specific. However, I am a little bit of everything when it comes to PT, because I have my certifications in PT, nutritionist, transformation coach, strength and conditioning coach. I have a mindset mentor that helped me, who is he has over 2 almost 3 million followers, so he's well known and he's well established, and he's showing me all these tools. So what I usually say to people as well is that if you sum up what you would need to invest into all of these different people, plus an accountability coach eventually, plus a therapist or psychologist, and then all of these people, they don't know each other. So nobody knows what you have been working with on, you know, your nutrition or your fitness, and your PT doesn't know your nutritionist, and then how is this going along? So this is why I started this, because I see so much potential in really having this overview of someone's life and really connect the dots.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And you also have heaps of modules on your website with heaps of information. And I've really enjoyed that. And I literally have a page, like a book full of notes, so that if I don't have you to message straight away, I can just look through my notes. And
this
has
is
been
dedication, people. This is
yes. And I've loved it, because I felt like I've been going to uni and just like been growing my
yes.
like
You are,
knowledge and
yes, you are
mind.
learning a lot with writing, because like Freya has done a lot of journaling, whereas some of our other clients don't do this at all. They just show up for the calls, they get their goal setting from me and an email, and that's it. So for everyone who's you know, thinking, whoa, what the hell do I have to do now? You don't have to do this. This is how everyone is learning differently. And you've been doing an amazing job by taking a note and really putting it, you know, really reminding your mind also by writing it down on top of listening to it, to really observe it and yeah, keep it in your mind, because we forget things. We tend to forget things that we talk about if we don't write them out. So really well done.
Thank you.
Awesome. I think we're coming to an end of this interview now. And the only thing that I want you to talk about is now, if there is anyone watching this right now and this person is on the fence to book a call to speak with me or someone from my office joining my program, what would you say to them? What advice would you give them?
I would say, if you're scared, it's a good thing, because it means that you want to get out of your comfort zone, and just try at least initial phone call with Linda and see how you feel, because she'll offer you a phone call before you decide if you want to commit and pay the funds, because I was in the same boat. And for me, just talking to Linda, it clarified everything that I already knew, which was that I really wanted to work on myself and my fitness and etc. I had all these goals, but she just kind of helped me clarify that. Just have the call and see how you feel. And I would recommend Linda so much. So you've got nothing to lose. You've literally got nothing to lose if you just have one call. See how you feel first. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for all these insights and for being so transparent as well with my audience and the people that are coming in the future and have a look at what I do. I think it's very helpful, because I can talk about my program and coaching all day long. It's very important to have social proof nowadays as well. And you've been amazing, and I'm looking forward for the next 4 weeks of working with you and really working on the top goals that you would like to achieve and setting you up for success. So when I call you in a year from now, you've achieved everything that you wanted. I love to take up with my students in the long run as well, because there are certain things that are not achievable, for in the first 3 months, but they will come into your life as soon as you stick to what we're learning here. And yeah, I think with that being said, I will let you go. And thank you so much for being here today and talking about your experiences.
You're very welcome.
Thank you for watching this interview today with my student. I hope it could inspire you, and I hope you also learned something from my student's journey. If you feel like you can identify yourself with some of the struggles and needs that my student had, then I can assure you that I can help you too. And I would like to ask you a question. So obviously, you are now able to either go down this path yourself, but you could also ask someone for help. And I'm making this so obvious here right now because a lot of people are just stuck wherever they are because they are not able to ask for help or reach out to other people that have had success, just simply because it's uncomfortable. And I want to tell you something right now. That was me in the past. And, you know, things only started to really pick up, and I started to learn stuff in my life that I could have never thought possible just because I dropped my ego for a moment and was honest with myself that I need help. If it was with fitness, investing money, setting up my business, there were so many things that I had to invest in myself, if it was time or money, to really progress and thrive as a person. I'm not here just because I got lucky. I'm here because I put in the work and I asked for help. So now it's your turn to book your free call with me or my team. And there will be a link around this video where you can book this call and apply for this session. This session is free of charge. So you have absolutely nothing to lose. And let me tell you something right now. If you feel like you need help and you're not able to take me up on the opportunity that I give you to hop on this call and get some advice for free, then you are simply not committed enough. And that's totally fine. Maybe you're not ready yet. If you met me today for the very first time, I want to simply invite you to join my Facebook group and check out our content and see if you can, relate to some things, identify yourself with some things, and so on. But there is no perfect time to make a change. And it doesn't really matter who's going to help you as long as this person has achieved what you want to achieve. So if there is, if you can identify yourself with my success or some success of my students, then it's time now to take the action and change things for good. You cannot wait forever. We only have one life and you only have one health. And when it comes to fitness, mental health, and nutrition, I can help you out. That's for sure. So if you book this call right now with us, then what's going to happen is we are going to go through your survey, the little answers that you fill out before you book the call, and see if that sounds like something we can help you with. If yes, we are going to confirm your call again, and then you will be able to hop on this free strategy session with us. And then on this session, we will ask you a couple of things about yourself. Super easygoing, no pressure. It's just so we can get to know you better and we can really see if there's something that we can recommend to you and set you up for success. So we are basically just going to ask you, where are you at right now and where do you want to go? If we feel like we can fill this gap in between, then we will offer you a spot in our Lean Vegan coaching program. Finally, it's completely up to you if you want this. Because I'm telling you right now, I'd rather hear you saying, no, I don't feel like that's something for me, instead of enrolling you and then, you know, not making you happy in terms of what we offer, or you not being committed enough to actually take the action, because it's not a magic pill, but it's going to give you the blueprint, and it's a proven system of, you know, going from wherever you are right now to where you want to go when it comes to plant-based nutrition, building, you know, routines that are efficient and lead to success and your goals, and working out all of this when it comes to the science behind your body, habit creation, and so on. There is so much in there. I can't even dive into this. Please check out the product walkthrough if you get a chance and you are interested in knowing more. Otherwise, let me show you the amazing students that we had in this program and what they achieved, so you can get an idea of what other people were able to succeed with. Here we have Leslie. She decided to take the action when she saw my video, and in the first 8 weeks of our program, she lost so much visceral fat that she could see her abs, which she was never able to do. She was working out a lot before she joined our program. The problem was she wasn't working out the right way for her individual needs, as well as, you know, her macronutrients were completely off. But one of the biggest things I believe was her personal success was she was able to stop smoking, which she did when she was really stressed. Anxiety was huge. She didn't have any confidence when she first joined. You couldn't tell directly, but once you got to know her better, she was not sure about her vision and mission in life, and she just felt terrible. She had days where she couldn't wake up in the morning, and or she didn't want to get up in the morning, and yeah, a really deep story. Anyway, I'm so proud of her, because overcoming, you know, smoking and also experiencing this boost in confidence while changing the body and learning all the necessary things to really take necessary action to get healthier is huge. Anna, she booked a call after she watched one of my trainings, and she decided on this call to join the program, and she lost over 20 pounds in 10 weeks. And she's currently building her lean muscle mass while also making better food decisions and choices, because she had really bad acne once she joined us. She could fix her acne with a whole food plant-based diet. There was a little bit more to this. We did food sensitivity tests and all that. Not on my end, I'm the coach, but she went to a professional and checked, and I helped her to work it out. So now she's free from acne. There's still some scarring going on, which is completely normal, but the cells are luckily renewing, and she'll be free from this very soon. Another great win here is my student checked in with me. We have weekly check-ins where she told me that she is at 77.8 kilos, which was, you know, her goal for this week. She started with us being over 80 kilograms. So she lost 2 kilograms. And then the next picture you can see she's at 75.7, which is, you know, another amazing goal. And she actually achieved this earlier than we set it up for. So that's really great. And she's also saying that she is a lot more mindful when it comes to snacking, as well as spending her money on takeaway food, which was the main reason why she was gaining so much weight. And now she can also save a lot of money. How great is that? We have Gavin. Gavin was working with Nick, the other coach in our program, and he actually had never ever worked out a day in his life. He met Nick in person, and they decided to work together. And he had a lot of back issues because he was, working in a job where he has to sit all day long. And he was also struggling with self-doubt after a very tragic breakup. Fast forward 4 weeks, this was his incredible transformation in only 4 weeks. And he also got rid of all the back pain. He was losing lots of body fat and felt a lot more confident. Lindsay, one of my favorite students, I shouldn't say that everyone is my favorite student, but she was so committed, and I cannot tell you how committed she was. She is she's really great. She sends me a lot of the messages when she checks in with me about her mindset, because that's one of the biggest things we had to work on as well. She was very frustrated with her body, whereas other people couldn't see why she would be frustrated, because everyone said your body looks amazing. She, however, was not happy. And I tell you what, if you feel like that's you, if you feel like you're not happy with your current body image, and whoever or wherever you go to and talk to, they cannot really feel and see your frustration, this is completely normal. First of all, congratulations on having high standards for yourself. Don't, ever question it or call it ridiculous. You are supposed to feel good in your own body, and if you don't, then there is something that needs to change. However, I can tell you also that yes, there has to be, physical changes in order for you to be satisfied, but also a huge mindset change, because simply for the fact that if I help you to get all the physical changes that you want, it might not be ever enough for you. This is something that a lot of women struggle with, that they don't feel fulfilled whatever they have, because it's always a thriving, thing, and they want to get to the next level over and over again, which is completely fine, but we also need to really learn to appreciate what we have in this current moment and work with this, knowing that we can improve. She says she is loving this coaching program. She's feeling really good to sustain her habits, which I can absolutely approve. Every single week we checked in, and she was able to do all her new habits and routines and everything. She was really great. And she was also saying that a pair of trousers fits better today. I have journaled every night so far, and I've maintained my positive attitude, which is really crazy because we increased her calories, which she felt really uncomfortable with in the start. But knowing that she was able to fit her clothes better, eating more, this made everything a bit more interesting. So I really love her transformation and feedback. We were also working with students on their sleep routine. Here you can see that between just 1 week, we were able to increase sleep from 5 hours to 7 hours. And that is really, really good. She ended up sleeping 7.5 to almost 8 hours in the end, which is something we are thriving for when it comes to building lean muscle mass and feeling healthy and energetic, because sleep is super important and our performance really depends on it. Riley. Wow, I mean, I should not really have to comment on this, but after 6 months of working with us, he was using all our provided, meal plans, workout plans in our membership area that you will get access to if you decide to join Lean Vegan as well. And he completely destroyed this limiting belief of, I don't know if I can ever be shredded and build muscle on a plant-based diet. He was able to put on 5 kilograms of muscle mass, so he was actually gaining weight while looking completely shredded. I mean, look at him. Just simply amazing. Other things that we are working on is redesigning your environment. Look at your fridge right now. Look at your pantry right now. look at how many fruits and veggies you actually have at home. That's something you can do today. You don't need my help with for this, but this is something we do in our coaching program, so you can set yourself up for success long term, because this is what's available to you and this is what we're going to. Another crazy transformation here. After suffering from anxiety and depression his entire adult life, transitioning to veganism changed Anne's life forever. Not only was he able to lose over 13 kilograms in 3 months, but he also is now more confident than ever. He never ever had the courage to step into, a boxing club and sign up for it and do the work. He thought he's too old, not in shape, limiting beliefs all over the place. And now he's actually preparing for his first boxing match at the age of 53. So this year in October he will step into the ring, and I'm so excited for him. If these stories are not inspiring, I don't know, but those people transformed their life in just as little as 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 12 weeks. Lean Vegan is a program designed for 12 weeks. If you go through this, you will completely change your life, and I promise you, so many things that you would have never thought possible will be coming into your life just by simply dropping your ego and asking for the help. And I had to do this too, as I mentioned. I had to invest time and money in myself so I can finally grow as a person. Things are not randomly coming up into our life. We can meditate and manifest all we want. It will definitely strengthen our mindset, but it will not automatically give us the results, especially when it comes to fitness and changing your appearance. If you would like to hop on this call with us, then please click the link down below and apply for this free session. We will let you know as soon as possible if your application gets approved, and then we will be helping you out as much as we can and give you some suggestions. So you have nothing to lose and we have tons of value to give. I promise you that. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching this, and I hope you have an amazing day. Fill out the application right now, and I'll see you on this call. Okay? Thanks for watching. My name is Linda, and I'm the founder of The Journey. And I will see you and talk to you very soon. Bye.